Last I heard, you'd become a servant to the very idol who cursed you. I'd offer my condolences, but Hermes suggested something happened to her?
After Lady Athena was exposed for her part in sweet Calliope's demise, she went into exile. I know not where.
And you've heard nothing of what became of her since?
No. And I pray it remains that way. I skulk in the shadows for her no longer. The chorus disbanded after the trial, and now, here we all are, scratching out a new existence under mortal scrutiny.
Last I heard, you'd become a servant to the very idol who cursed you. I'd offer my condolences, but Hermes suggested something happened to her?
After Lady Athena was exposed for her part in sweet Calliope's demise, the Muse administered her justice. She forgave Lady Athena. It was most unexpected.
A bigger person than most, I suppose.
I know not whether I would have such forgiveness in me. The chorus disbanded after the trial, and now, here we all are, scratching out a new existence under mortal scrutiny.
And now that you've been left to fend for yourself, haunting taverns such as this can't be your only business.
Well, the little Muse was true to her word, and convinced Apollo to help poor Medusa find a way to break her curse. Progress has been made. It has certainly stymied the cravings, to a point.
Better than what could have been expected under Athena's thumb, I imagine.
Helping Apollo with his lost little flock is scarcely better, but at least the hunger is not so terrible now. Truly, I did not expect the depth of Apollo's kindness. Sometimes I find myself suspicious of it. So, I am no longer being used by one who despises the very sight of me.
Haunting taverns such as this can't be your only business.
Well, the little Muse was true to her word, and convinced Persephone to help poor Medusa find a way to break her curse. Progress has been made. It has certainly stymied the cravings, to a point.
Better than what could have been expected under Athena's thumb, I imagine.
I have been assisting Persephone with the running of her club. I have had the practice, and I am good at such things. I enjoy it. And Persephone has been more accommodating than I dared to believe. She even named a drink after me. So, I am no longer being used by one who despises the very sight of me. That is as fortunate as one such as myself could hope to be.
I never would have thought one could find kindness among the gods, yet it seems here we are. Well done. Haunting taverns such as this can't be your only business.
I was lost for a time. Refuge was offered in the reliquary, but it was not meant to be.
Because you ate someone or something you shouldn't have, were I to guess.
Poor Sherbert. I think we could have grown to like each other. If only he hadn't been such a tiny, adorable sack of meat.
Yes, of course. And after you fled from there, what came next for hungry Medusa?
Oh, that is, how did the mortals say to put it? Classified. Yes.
I don't know what that means.
That's the idea. Oh, I'm so good at this.
It wasn't a cruel jest at your expense, by the way, when I mentioned the possibility of new love.
Oh? This despite knowing my unnatural appetite?
Well, an element of danger can add spice to any affair. I suppose I asked for this.
Eurydice! easy, killed by a venomous snake, only to be replaced by venomous Medusa. Oh, what a rich irony that would be.
Yes, you've made your point. I have a hard time believing you approached me just to relive the olden days. What is it that you want from me, Medusa?
I am oh so curious about your story. What brings you back to the mortal coil after so many centuries away?
If you must know, I have returned to discover what the fates have in store for me. I thought my story complete, my ending written, and yet it continues on. Alas, I have yet to discover the plot.
The envy. Oh, I can hardly stand it.
What are you talking about? I'm lost. I'm without love, without purpose. Who could desire such a thing?
Me. Not all of us can start over with such a clean slate.
It is not worthy of envy. Fate has guided most of my life, for better or worse, and now I have been abandoned by it.
You feel misery at the idea of such a thing, only because you choose to.
I hardly remember what it's like to feel anything but misery.
You have been given a great gift, Orpheus.
Perhaps there is something to what you say. Coming back to life has been overwhelming, to say the least.
You see? You must look at it with new eyes. All doors are open to you now.
Where you see doors, I see only walls. How can I see it as you do?
You have been given a great gift, Orpheus.
I confess I hadn't really thought of it like that. It seemed less a new beginning and more of...
The lack of an ending? What is lacking is your perspective, bard. You have every path available before you, but you fear to select one.
Shall I pick at random? I do not want any old story, Medusa. I want something worthy of my return. Do you blame me?
You have been given a great gift, Orpheus, whether you realize it or not. Your story has ended, and now remains open to infinite possibility. Mine has trapped me, with no ending in sight.